Mountain Mitsubishi of Hickory's service department has service times available now, and walk-ins are always welcome. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ralph Mangum, and this is the WHKY News for Tuesday, July 9th. We're on over-the-air TV Monday through Friday on Channel 14.2 and on Compass Cable in Morganton on Channel 142. You can also find the WHKY News at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, one man was critically injured in an officer-involved shooting late last night in Newton. WHKY's Arianna Mack has the details.
Reporting for WHKY, an officer-involved shooting occurred late Monday night in Newton. Shortly after 11:30 p.m. Monday, the Newton Police Department received a call from Catawba County Communications Center in reference to a 911 hang-up at the Catawba Pines Apartments on East 1st Street. Upon arrival on the scene, officers were confronted by numerous non-complying subjects in the parking lot. While the officers were trying to find the 911 hang-up caller, they made contact with a man who was brandishing a gun. While attempting to get the man to drop the gun, the individual fired several shots at the officers. After a brief standoff, the officers returned fire, striking the man, causing him to fall to the ground. The man was then secured as the officers and EMS began performing life-saving measures. He was transported by ambulance to the Catawba Valley Medical Center, where he was then flown by helicopter to Atrium Health Medical Center in Charlotte, where he was last reported to be in critical condition. At this time, no names are being released, and per departmental policies, those officers and deputies involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation findings, as well as the result of the internal probes being conducted by the Newton Police Department and the Catawba County Sheriff's Office. This is an ongoing investigation, and anyone with information should contact the Newton Police Department. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. The Burke County Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's assistance in locating a missing person. She is 39-year-old Kimberly Margaret Woodard of Sunrise Lane in Morganton. Ms. Woodard was last seen leaving her residence on June 29th. She was reported missing on July 3rd. Ms. Woodard is a white female. She is 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 160 pounds. She was wearing a white shirt and blue jeans and was last seen getting into a white SUV with an unknown driver. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Kimberly Margaret Woodard should call the Burke County Sheriff's Office at 828-438-5500. Authorities have released the identities of 3 people who were killed in a plane crash in McDowell County early yesterday morning. The deceased are the pilot, Adam Plummer, and 2 passengers, Scott George and Charles Mather Jr. All 3 were from South Carolina. The plane, a Cessna 182, went down in the Bracketttown Road area off of Vane Mountain Road. The plane was traveling from Tennessee to Rutherford County. The registered owner is listed as Airstar Aviation, Inc. in Chester, South Carolina. And certainly our condolences to the families and loved ones of all of the deceased. The latest unemployment report has been released for North Carolina counties. WHKY's Rob Eastwood has the local and regional rundown.
The report was released last week by the North Carolina Department of Commerce Labor and Economic Analysis Division. It shows the unemployment rates for the month of May. Unemployment inched up slightly in Catawba, Alexander, Burke, and Caldwell counties. The unemployment rate in Catawba County is 3.5%. That's up from 3.2% in April. Alexander County's jobless rate jumped up to 3.4% from 3.2%. The unemployment rate in Burke County is 3.4%, up from 3.1% in April. And Caldwell County's jobless rate is 3.5%. That's up from 3.3%. The unemployment rate for the Hickory-Lenoir-Morganton Metropolitan Statistical Area, or MSA, is 3.5%. That's up from 3.2% in April. Hickory-Lenoir-Morganton is tied for the 7th lowest unemployment rate among 15 MSAs in the state. The statewide unemployment rate is 3.5%. That's up from 3.3% in April. Unemployment rates increased in 95 of North Carolina's 100 counties, decreased in 4, and remained unchanged in 1. Scotland County is showing the highest unemployment rate in the Tar Heel State at 6% even, while Buncombe and Currituck counties are tied for the lowest at 2.8%. Reporting from Hickory for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. Rob, Arianna, and I will return with today's crime report. We have arrests from Catawba and Caldwell counties with suspects facing charges for larceny, larceny of a firearm, breaking and entering a motor vehicle, meth, larceny of a motor vehicle, assault by strangulation, and habitual felon, among others. In local sports, Jason speaks with Hickory FC's general manager, Jonathan Rink, as the good guys prepare for their playoff match here in Hickory tomorrow. In Community Focus, Arianna has news from the Corner Table, which has received a nice grant from Food Lion. And Rob has the details as a longtime City of Hickory employee announces her retirement. Partly cloudy with a high in the low 80s today. We'll stay in the 90s tomorrow and Thursday with only a 15% chance of a shower. Upper 80s Friday and then back into the low 90s for the weekend with a 35% chance of rain during that time. Next week figures to be brutally hot as well. Look for the latest weather forecast at WHKY.com anytime you need it. I'm Ralph Mangum. You are watching the WHKY News.